So today I thought it would be a good idea to talk about the sort of stuff that I take to work on a daily basis, my EDC, or as we say in the YouTube world, my everyday carry. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Osama. I'm a pharmacist working in England. Welcome. So when I switched sectors from the community to the primary care network, I had to change the way that I did things basically. So when I was in my pharmacy, I could leave things, certain possessions overnight or just indefinitely, so I didn't have to keep taking stuff with me. But in the PCN Pharmacy job that I'm now doing, I'm in a different room every day and I have to basically carry everything I need with me. So anyway, let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to begin with is my rucksack, backpack, whatever you want to call it. This is my main thing that I use on the day-to-day basis to carry my stuff around. So the one I use is this lovely khaki coloured rucksack from Marks and Spencer's. It's an absolutely fantastic bag. I just bought it on the off chance I was sightseeing in York and nipped into the Marks and Spencer's shop in there and just happened to see this, and I had a gift voucher with some money on it, so I actually essentially got it for nothing. But like a lot of Marks and Spencer's stuff, the quality is absolutely fantastic and it lasts for years and years. I mean, I got a lot of my work shoes from Marks and Spencer's and they just last forever basically. So anyway, with this rucksack, as you can see, it's got absolutely loads of pockets and loads of pockets inside it as well. It's a nice size. I can put my lunchbox in it. It's very practical, very comfortable. So I would definitely highly recommend something like this. So let's talk about the contents that I carry in this bag. So I'll go through everything one by one. Okay, so maybe first start with some chewing gum. I like to have this on me, especially after I finish eating a meal or if I've had some fruit. Apparently your teeth are most vulnerable to decay when they are in an acidic environment, so the chewing gum just counteracts that. So that's that. I have a highlighter pen, so I find this really useful if I'm making notes or if I want to highlight things that I want to talk to my clinical supervisor about. So that's quite self-explanatory. Some paracetamol, just in case, you never know, could get a headache or whatever, so that comes in handy. Lip salve, just a Nivea lip salve stick. I do suffer quite a bit from dry lips, so that's an absolute must. And then just some sort of generic hand cream really. Got this one off holiday. So obviously being in a sort of clinical environment in the doctor's surgery, washing your hands quite a lot and keeping your hands moisturized is really important. Okay, so let's move on to the other side pocket in my rucksack. So let's see what contents I've got in here. Right, so first thing is some sodium chromoglycate eye drops. I do suffer from allergy, so sort of rhinitis and whatnot, hay fever, and some Beckinase nasal spray, so I carry that around with me. Is essential. And then another thing that I carry is some face wash. I use this brand, the Simple face wash brand. So one thing that I used to do in the pharmacy, and I sort of do it now as well, is that I hate having a greasy face when I'm at work. So around lunchtime, if I have a sink area in my sort of clinical room that I'm working, just after I have my lunch, I will just give my face a bit of a wash with this. It just helps me feel a lot more refreshed, a lot more alert. So that's that. So let's move to the actual contents of the main body of the rucksack. So what have I got in there? So I've got a simple plastic wallet that has documents inside, any sort of projects that I'm working on, stuff like that. It sort of just keeps it sort of all in one place. So that's that. I have a generic notepad over here. It's got lined paper in it. Excuse me, I do make quite a few notes when I'm doing my day-to-day job, if I'm doing telephone consultations, anything like that. So, notepad, that's really good. What else do I have in here? I have a bag of cutlery that I got off Amazon. This is just sort of like a cutlery bag, so usually where I'm working, cutlery isn't available. So like when I used to work in the pharmacy, obviously you could just leave cutlery, or cutlery was there, but when you're in primary care, it's different. You sort of have to carry your own utensils with you. And then just in case I forget that, I have just some Subway cutlery, wooden cutlery. So this has rescued me loads of times. I always have a packet of these in my bag in case I forget to take my sort of stainless steel cutlery. This sort of temporary cutlery, it's been a lifesaver, so yeah, I highly recommend that. So another thing that I carry is a good pen. So the pen I use is JetStream, just a black ink pen. These pens write really well, so you know, they just make the whole process of writing a lot easier. So what else have I got in here? I always carry a spare face mask. Obviously that goes without saying, working in a sort of doctor's environment, you know, you have to sort of carry that. I have my lanyard with my ID badge, smart card badge, whatever you want to call that. And then another thing I have is a microfiber cloth, because one of my pet hates is a smudgy screen on my phone, or my work phone, or my personal phone, or even on my iWatch, you know, touching the screen. So I like to carry that with me, and every so often I'll just give it a wipe down, and just makes everything look okay and nice. So that's my main rucksack and its contents covered. However, I do have one more bag, and this is my laptop bag that I carry to work as well. So this is an Amazon Basics laptop bag. It does the job. We got given this bag together with our work phone and work laptop, all by the primary care network, to help us do our jobs if we're working remotely and whatnot. So I mean, this Amazon bag, you know, it's pretty good actually. You know, it does the job. It's got loads of pockets and stuff like that inside, so I can fit my laptop, my mobile phone, chargers, a Bluetooth mouse as well. So it's, you know, can't complain. It's really good actually. So let's move on to some of the electronic devices that I keep within my laptop bag. So starting off with the laptop itself, it's a Lenovo ThinkPad L1 G1 laptop with an AMD Ryzen 5 processor. The laptop has 16 gigabytes of RAM, and don't know quite what the hard drive space is, but it seems about 300 gigabytes, something like that. So this is the laptop. It's quite a sort of standard laptop. It's not amazing, you know what I mean? I mean, it does the job. It's a work laptop, you know, you can't really compare it to an Apple Mac or anything like that. It has a built-in smart card reader, so obviously you can access medical records from home or remotely or whatever, and I do use this laptop quite a bit. You know, I've got my hours sheet that I fill out remotely through this laptop, and Microsoft Team meetings, you know, if I'm meeting with the PCN or with some of my other pharmacy colleagues, it comes in really handy. It has a built-in webcam, not an amazing one, you know, but again, it does the job. And to say the PCN gave us this laptop, you know, it was really generous of them. It really does help us in our day-to-day job. So moving on to the work mobile phone that we were given by the primary care network. The phone that it is a Samsung Galaxy A12 with 64 gigabytes of storage and an Exynos 850 processor. So again, you know, not a rubbish phone, but it's fairly basic. It's not like your flagship phones, obviously, but again, it does the job for work. I use this if I'm in well, wherever I am actually, if I'm working from home or I'm working actually in the surgery itself, I use this to phone patients and whatnot, you know. So I mean, again, it does the job. I mean, there is landlines, but sometimes I like to get up, have a walk around the room while I'm talking to patients. You know, just sort of stretches my legs and whatnot. So yeah, again, you know, not a bad phone, you know, does the job. So that's that. So the last two items that I'd like to talk about is in fact my own personal electronic possessions that I take to work on a daily basis. So the first one is my mobile phone that I use obviously every day. My phone is an iPhone 12 Pro. So I'm looking to upgrade this later this year to the iPhone 14 Pro. The iPhone 13 Pro just wasn't a big enough change for me to warrant justifying swapping the phone. So I used to be a Samsung guy for many years, and then I swapped over to Apple, and I haven't regretted it, to be honest with you. The whole Apple ecosystem works fantastic. I've got an Apple Mac with a 4K screen, an iPad, and an Apple Watch. So I've been a bit spoiled really, especially with the screen resolution of my iMac. 4K, it's quite hard to sort of use the work laptop sometimes, or the sort of PCs that they have in the consultation rooms, because the screen quality isn't that great, and for someone like me who's got rubbish eyesight, it's not that great, but you know, it is what it is. So on my iPhone 12 Pro, I've got everything. I've got WhatsApp, I've got my work email, I've got Microsoft Teams, so it's really almost like just a backup thing, you know, so I can always be present in the action if anything is happening and whatnot. Although, to be honest with you, I do put my phone on Do Not Disturb from 8 o'clock till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which is my work hours. So that's my work phone. And then the last piece of equipment is my iWatch, or Apple Watch should I say, Series 6, and believe it or not, even this helps me in my PCN job, believe it or not. So I'm going to make another video about why I use Apple products and how the Apple products helps me in my day-to-day job as a PCN pharmacist. So I look forward to sharing that one. So I hope that you found that useful. It was a bit of a different video, not so much pharmacy, but more about technology and how it can help us in our sort of day-to-day jobs, and sort of more like the practical side of things about what to take to work and whatnot. So obviously the primary care network pharmacist position is a new sort of role. It's still developing, it's still very much in its infancy, so sort of anything like this that I feel that we can help each other with, you know, and share ideas, I think it's a good thing, you know. So, you know, let me know in the comments, let me know what you take to work on a daily basis, and let me know if you found this useful, this video useful, sorry, should I say, and I can make more stuff like this. Anyway, it's great speaking to you again, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you, bye.